standing to the pledge. After the pledge, let's take a moment to reflect on Chad Nagy, one of our employees that passed away over the weekend.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. Karen, any unfinished business? Looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting dated March 10th, 2026.
So moved. I'll second that.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Looking for a motion to approve the actual invoices in the amount of $807,196.82 for the period of March 7th through March 20th, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Mark,
Second.
roll call please, Karen.
Mr. Humes?
Yeah.
Mr. North? Yeah.
Looking for a motion to approve the actual payroll in the amount of $322,237.81 for the period of February 22nd through March 7th, 2026.
So moved. I'll second that one.
Roll call please, Karen.
Mr. Humes?
Yes.
Mr. North?
Yes.
Looking for a motion to appoint Sarah Gallagher of Brookfield to the Jefferson County Planning Commission. Ms. Gallagher's term will expire December 31st, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Please, you got any comments on that? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Looking for a motion to proclaim the week of April 19th to 25th, 2026 as National Library Week in Jefferson County.
I'd like to second that motion.
Darlene, you have some comment?
Thank you for proclaiming National Library. Literacy starts with reading and often starts in our public libraries, and people find joy in our local public libraries. We represent Brockway, Brookville, Punxsutawney, Reynoldsville, and Sykesville wasn't able to be here today. So many of our librarians and the trustees are here.
Also Somerville?
In Somerville, sorry I missed that. And so we're celebrating National Library Week. Thank you for proclaiming National Library Week. We appreciate that you're doing that. And libraries are essential to thriving communities, from books to digital resources to job assistance and creative programming. And when I think about that, I see faces of people that we help, like with scanning documents. Recently, we had somebody with a funeral and they needed a picture scan, and they didn't even have a USB drive. They didn't have an email. They didn't have a computer. And just the simple things that maybe you take for granted, other people don't have those skills. And so I just think of a lot of people who utilize our libraries for simple things, copies and books and social engagement. And like on Friday, there was a lady, before she went to the hospital, she had to come get a book. But she knew that we would wonder where she was, because she comes in every Friday for something simple. And so she checks in at the library. And every one of our libraries, they touch lives. And those one-on-one interactions make a difference for people, from homeless to people that have homes, people in economic situations, families. Recently, a young child, after all of the people she had met, all the kids at the library she had met, had left, she comes to the staff member and goes, "Will you play with me?" And even though she had a nanny, she still wanted someone to play with her. And so we make a difference. And members of our community find joy at their local library. And one of our legislators and community nominated one of our local libraries for a prestigious award. You can see the announcement in your packets. And join our members in finding your joy at our local library and share that joy. I don't know if anybody else wants to comment or if you have any questions, but thank you. I appreciate your support of our local libraries and what you do.
Before you go, could you maybe introduce yourself?
Sure. Jen Soliday from Punxsutawney. Carl Raybon is from Reynoldsville. Marilyn Muma is the president of our county board, Jefferson County Library System, and she's represents the Punxsutawney Library Board. Dick Fowler, or Richard Fowler, is from Brockway. He's the board member for Brockway, and he is also on the county board. And Jen Coleman is here from Somerville, and Janine Strom is from Brookville. And Lisa Poza is in the back representing the trustees of the Brookville Library, and she's on the Jefferson County Library System Board. So we have 3 Jefferson County Library System Board members with us today, along with Commissioner Humes, who just joined us. We appreciate all that Commissioner Posarchik has done for years, but he appointed Commissioner Humes to serve with us, and we thank him for joining us this year.
I hope I do well on the board. Thank everybody from the library. It does do a great impact for a young lady. I know she's 99 years old. You can pick up about 10
Yep,
books
you get at
a
least-
week for her.
10 books a week.
Those books like mean a lot for her life. She was by herself most of the time, and thanks for being thank you.
It does. I see a lot of people who have social isolation coming in, not only older people, but even younger kids will come in and just interact with staff because they want that social, just that impact that they get from talking to somebody. But I see a lot of older people as well, and especially ones who have lost a spouse. They come in with, a lot of needs and just, feel that social isolation, return to reading again. And people just really need somebody. And sometimes, a lot of times we're just connecting people with people. And that's what our book groups do.
Please. Go ahead. I guess want a meeting, so.
Yeah, okay. Want a meeting, can make it good. I was a library rat in Brookville growing up, but the role of the library has just changed so much. You used to be nothing but wall books, now you've got electronic media, and that whole thing is growing and growing. Can you look in your crystal ball and see the future of the library?
30-some years ago, and before that I was in Brookville Library as well, working, and they predicted that libraries would not be needed. We are needed more than ever. Just for a simple thing like the computers have gone away in people's homes. So the device you're sitting there with, people don't know how to print from that. They come to the library to print. They need a government document. They come more than ever. I see people utilizing our library for simple things that they can't do at home anymore. So they come for books. Our book numbers are going up this year. People are returning, like family, after COVID, that social isolation really restored the need for a library and the social aspect of the library and the reading. And I see families with kids, I just see all. And so, 30 years ago, they told me the same thing you just told me. And I see that we're needed more than ever before. And I'll predict that we're going to continue to be needed more in the future.
Quick follow-up. In Brookville, we have a library tax. Is that consistent with the county, or is that not?
Now, years ago, we tried a tax referendum, thanks to Commissioner Posarchik probably remembers. We tried a tax referendum and that didn't fly in Jefferson County. So, no, I don't see a tax for libraries, but I see that the support that people give is more important than ever. And I believe that people support the library. I believe you raise readers and people in the library and they love the library and then they support it and they grow up, I see the grandkids of people that I started with. The kids look about the same as their grandkids, they look. There's a family, her daughter looked, and the grandkids, and I look at them and go, I know who your grandma is. And you know what? They just grow up in the library, loving the library, using the library, and they are our supporters. And, families don't often have the money, but when people do have the money, I believe they do support the library, and we're here to stay.
Another quick question for you. Kind of, riffing off of what Randy asked, with the changing role of the library, specifically with the technology, do you see the libraries in the future, being heavily involved with like AI or training with AI, helping people understand AI, or, preaching against the dangers of the AI, because, there are plenty of dangers. What do you see the library's role with AI in the future?
I believe it's educating people about information, just like the scams and everything that is going on. AI is here to stay, and we just need to educate people and be aware of it ourselves. And we're working, to understand that ourselves and deal with it. And I think the understanding the ramifications of the cost to our society in the future, that is important to understand as well. So I think that we're an educational tool where people come for information, and so just guiding them in the right direction and understanding the pros and cons.
Do you see a increased role for AI in like the day-to-day operations of the library?
Not at this time, but anything is possible in the future. So thank you. Hope I answered all your questions, and I don't know if any other librarian had a comment. I know you are short on time today. So.
Yeah. I think all that's awesome, and I appreciate everybody. There's a lot of library supporters here. I see a lot of people who come to the library and utilize it, and not just with early literacy, but we also have programs for people who are looking for jobs. There was a recent Small Business Development Center Day, and two years in a row now, we've had, we use our back room, and people can come who want to start a small business in the area or whatever. They can come and meet with a consultant. That's, the consultant's free, by the way, from the university. And so I know that a lot of other libraries use their meeting rooms for things of that nature. They use them for a lot of testing sites, and just a lot of other things other than that, because family visits. Yeah, so we definitely try to start young, and then just keep on offering services, clean up till you're 99. So and older, absolutely. So.
And we did hand out some of our digital resources
Right.
also that you can access from home. All you need is your library card.
I would like to offer one comment to the Jefferson County Library family. You add value to the fabric of the community.
Hi.
You're a bulwark against illiteracy. There is still an element of illiteracy in today's society. You always have been there. That job isn't done. Probably will never be done. Thank you for what you do to bring quality to the community.
Thank you.
Anyone?
I guess this one's for Janine. Don't run out of mysteries.
I will try. I will try my
I've been
dark.
collecting books for her.
I'll bring you up more.
We haven't run out of mysteries. 10 a week, that's.
Absolutely. You got
I'm not doing it.
the amount of James Patterson that comes out, and I think we're good.
Danielle Steele.
Yeah, Danielle Steele, we got you covered.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you.
All right, a motion to approve. No. All in favor?
I'll take one.
Aye. Motion carried. All right, moving right along here, looking for a motion to proclaim the month of April 2026 as Child Abuse Prevention Month throughout Jefferson County.
We'll make that motion now.
I'll second.
Mr. Cass, I believe.
Hello. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Cass Burkett. I am the Executive Director and Forensic Interviewer at the Child Advocacy Center. I want to thank the commissioners for proclaimed that April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. So for those of you who don't know what I do, I'm very grateful. You don't have to know some of the darkness of my world. But our goal at the Child Advocacy Center is that we are dedicated to raising awareness, and we want to promote child abuse prevention throughout Jefferson County and even Clarendon County. So we do that not just by providing community resources, but we also do that by serving the children of Jefferson County. In 2025, we ended up serving 94 children at our center. And the way that we serve those children is that we have forensic interviews and medical evaluations. A forensic interview is just a fancy way of having a conversation with the child in a way that is developmentally friendly for them so that they don't have to talk to a police officer who, while very good at their job, are not usually very good at talking to children. And we have a very child-friendly medical evaluation plan. So instead of having to go to an emergency room, we have this beautiful room which has a beautiful mural with butterflies and children and trees on it so that they can feel safe. Our goal is to put children at the center of our process so that they don't feel like they're being pushed to the side during one of the worst times of their life. So some of the ways that we ask for the community to make a difference this month in April is that April 3rd is the first Friday of the month. We know it's also Good Friday. But we ask that you wear blue in support of Child Abuse Prevention Month. I know my staff and I will be doing that as well. If you so desire, we put together these pinwheel arrangements that kind of show the joy and the whimsy of being a child, which we're trying to reclaim in our world. So we always ask businesses if they would like to display those and support us that way. We always enjoy that. We also know that prevention starts with education. We provide prevention education to teachers, to community members, and to children. It is hard to prevent what you don't know about, and so our goal is to educate children in a way that is friendly, child-friendly, and with where they are at mentally. But we know that the work that we do at the CAC, that no single agency can meet all the needs of a child being abused. I can't do everything at the CAC, and no single agency can. So we work with law enforcement, children and youth services, victim service agencies such as Passages and Crossroads, and mental health therapists in order to provide this response for children, again, putting them at the center. So your donations help us to provide essential resources, and we do school supplies, backpacks, any care items that might be needed. We are a nonprofit, so we are funded entirely by community donations and government grants. So we invite you commissioners to wear a prevention pin throughout April. I know some of you have from previous years, but I also have some more that you may need. And I'm requesting that we shine a blue light from the courthouse to signify Child Abuse Prevention Month this month. So I just want to close in saying that child abuse prevention, it is a year-long effort. It's not just in April, but we must take this time in April in order to just shine some extra light on it. Because bad things exist in the dark, so we want to shine light on it. So I know that with our community support, that we can be a voice for children, and we want to make every month a month of protection and healing and hope. So
Thank you.
How many counselors do you have?
counselors, so we refer out for our mental health therapy. So we work with we work with 3 different agencies, and so probably a total of 4 therapists, which is not very many therapists, because we provide very specific trauma therapy, and they're in high demand. So
You said you had how many cases last year?
94.
And is that an increase in cases?
It's about steady from year to year. We're on track to surpass that this year so far. So.
Another type of number.
I'm glad, I don't know, my perspective always is while I am sad that my job exists, I would love that if I was out of a job, I am glad that because it happens that I'm there as a support for these children, so, and my staff as well.
you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
We're all grateful for this painful, difficult work that you do. Like you said, it's unfortunate it has to be done, but you're taking on pain. To try to take pain away from someone else.
I agree with Commissioner North. Thank you for all what you do. It has to be a hard job, but it's still, on the other hand, rewarding what you do to help the children out.
Okay, Elise, you're up.
I just wanted to share, my name's Elise, I'm the Director of Community Development. For any of you who might not know me, I know there's a lot of new faces today. I wanted to share that we are doing a public work session. The county is exploring the development of a countywide SALDO, subdivision and land development ordinance. That public work session will be this coming Monday, March 30th at 6 in the downstairs conference room. I printed extra flyers so I can give anyone who wants a flyer, I can give one after this. A lot of our municipalities are not currently covered under a SALDO. We are working toward trying to ensure safe, coordinated, well-planned development and growth in the county. Some basic development standards that would cover anyone who currently doesn't have their own. The meeting it's a work session. It's open to the public, municipal officials, engineers, surveyors, developers, any organizations or interested residents can come to that meeting Monday night to talk about what should an ordinance include, what should be addressed, and what should the review and approval process look like. And I'm happy to answer any questions after. I know we're short on time. I have business cards and I have flyers.
I don't care about your time. It's my understanding that the boroughs and municipalities actually have subdivision ordinance. That's not a county function, correct?
Correct. 8, off the top of my head, 8 of our municipalities currently have a subdivision and land development ordinance. They administer their own, function independently. Ours would cover anyone who doesn't currently have one. And anyone who does currently have one would have the opportunity to rescind theirs and fall underneath the county's. I have more out there, I'll grab them out for you.
And again, it's just a reminder that this is giving the people their voice to come on Monday night and to express any concerns or support that they have. Thank you, Elise. Public comment. Seeing none. Better Randy, he's the new guy here after 8 years.
Yeah, just took a little vacation. So that's what you guys do here, huh? Just check.
Just for you,
Sometimes.
Randy.
Thought there'd be more action here.
That was last year.
Last 2 years, thank you very much.
Yeah, we wore just a hat.
We'll get better at this.
Any questions?
Oh,
Wow.
Well, I feel like I should ask a question about something.
Oh, do you have an announcement?
We'll get into that.
Okay.
I don't know, Commissioner North, do I have any questions? Okay. Yeah, I do have an announcement. As some of you are aware, this is going to be my last meeting. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. And I'm gonna miss all of you people. And it's just been my genuine privilege to cover Jefferson County Commissioners, despite some of the action the last couple of years. I couldn't imagine why.
Well, congratulations, good luck, and thanks for, it was interesting to see your report.
Yep.
And you entered,
Yep, this is my replacement, Destiny Piper.
Hi.
She'll be covering commissioners for me.
Yeah.
As she's in her new capacity as a Jefferson County Neighbors Reporter, and I have every full confidence that she'll do a great job.
Justin, you've done excellent work on behalf of Punxsutawney Spirit. You've given the readers of that paper good, concise, accurate insights. Your stories didn't matter if they were favorable or unfavorable, they were accurate, complete, and well thought out. And so, you know, as a citizen, thank you for doing that quality work. And embarking this new phase of your career as Larry's chief deputy. Congratulations on the promotion. Wish you the best.
Sometimes my editor thought my stories were too complete.
You left very little out.
I'd like to wish you best of luck. Wish you best of luck. Me too. I'd like to thank you for being gentle with me when I first started. You didn't ask too many hard questions.
I need to ask Mark a question before I go.
My hearing aids just went, so
I'll let you off.
good luck to you.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, just a couple announcements. All county offices will be closed Friday, April 3rd, for Good Friday. And the next commissioners meeting, April 14th at 10:30 right here. Anything else? Thank you again for coming. Need a motion to adjourn?
Second that.
Mark, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
You want to take any extras or anything?
Charlie, you want